Good evening. It is Sunday, October 11th. I think it's the 11th. Yeah, the 11th. And I'm still trying to participate in Vlogtober. It's 11 days in, and I think I have 4 videos up. So I'm doing pretty good, I think. Anyway, I'm going to be doing the my first time tag. I don't remember who I was tagged by, which totally sucks. But whoever you are, please, person, don't be upset with me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. I just really don't remember. It's an old tag. I have quite a few tags in my inbox. And I just haven't gotten around to doing them. So I'm probably late on a lot of the stuff I'm going to record coming up. So I'm just going to jump right in because there are a lot of questions. First question is, do you still talk to your first love? And I'm looking down because I'm reading my phone. I'm sorry. And there's makeup underneath my nails. Yeah. Oh, focus. Sorry. The first question is, do you still talk to your first love? And my answer is yes. Technically, no. He found me recently on Facebook, and we spoke for a little bit, but then he kind of disappeared. I'm told there were some issues with his wife, who wasn't very pleased with him having conversations with me. It wasn't a bad conversation. Like, it wasn't something that she should have been upset about, but I guess you can't really tell people how to feel about their man having conversation with someone they've had a past with, although this is years ago. Anyway, moving on. Next question is, what was your first alcoholic drink? I want to say it was Cisco, which is kind of showing my age. No, something worse. It was OD. My grandmother drank OD when I was a kid, and she always had her beers like down in a cup, like an insulated cup. And she put a lid on it and then put the straw in it. So if you were looking and you didn't know her, you didn't know there was a beer in there. And I can't say it, I didn't know there was a beer. I don't know. But occasionally I would sip from her straw. So yeah, don't tell her I told you that. I kid, she knows. So what was your first job? My first job was a day camp counselor at a summer camp. My first car was a Lincoln Town car, a gas guzzling Lincoln Town car. The first person I text today, Louise. Who's your first grade teacher? My first grade teacher was, I want to say Mrs. McCullough. She was pregnant and angry and hungry, and I could not stand her. Yeah. In fact, I had my mom come to the school to confront her about the way she treated me. I was a crybaby, and she would be mean or yell at me. Now, granted, all you had to do was look at me the wrong way and I would cry, but she would yell at me and I'd cry, and then she'd tell the class to look at me and, you know, the faces that I would make when I was crying and, oh, look at those faces and blah, blah, blah. And so I told my mom. And my mom came to the school, and I don't even know what happened, but yeah, Miss McCullough came and got that ass. All right, so what did you go on your first ride on a plane? Where did you go on your first ride on an airplane? This tag. I went to Maryland. No, DC. Not the same thing. Who is your first best friend? And do you still talk to them? My first best friend. I don't really know. My first best friend is Nikki. And yes, I still talk to her. What was your first sleepover? Probably one of my cousins. I don't remember. Who was the first person you talked to this morning? Didn't I answer that question? Oh, first person I text. Who's the first person I talked to? I don't know. That's terrible. It was just today, and it's only 7 p.m., and I don't remember who I talked to first this morning. Yes, I do. Larry. Okay. Whose wedding were you in for the first time? I've never been in a wedding. I've sang at quite a few, but I've never been like in the wedding party. But if it counts, the first wedding I participated in was, I don't remember. I was in a group. So as a group, the first wedding I participated in was some people I didn't know. But solo, the first wedding I participated in was my best friend's brother's wedding, Sherrod and Veronica. What's the first thing you did this morning? I got out of bed. I don't know. No, I played What's the Phrase on my phone. An addiction. What was the first concert you went to? It was Kirk Franklin, Anthony Hamilton. No, Fred Hamilton. I mixed genres there. And Yolanda Adams. The air conditioner just went off. I'm sure that's on my video. I'm not starting over. My first broken bone was my toe next to my big toe on my right foot. First piercing, aside from my ears, was my tongue. First foreign country you visited, Mexico. First movie you remember seeing, The Wizard of Oz, maybe? Wizard of Oz. What was your first detention? I don't know if they mean in school or being in jail. So I'm just going to answer both. My first time in detention was 6th grade, and I flipped someone off like across the classroom, and I remember my teacher being really, really upset. Her face was beet red, and she said I was using vulgar signs, and I swear I did not know that it meant fuck you. I didn't. We called it shooting a bird, and I knew it was mean. I knew it was bad, but I didn't know what it meant specifically, and that's the God's honest truth. But I was punished. I was given detention. And if you mean jail, the first time I was 18 years old, and I was arrested for disorderly conduct. Who's your first roommate? My first roommate was my best friend, Joanne. Who, if you had one wish, what would it be? To have more wishes. I know that's greedy, but that's real. What is something you would learn if you got a chance? I would be multilingual. Like, I would understand a lot, if not every language. A lot of them. If you had... What? Okay, that's my bad. What's the first listen you ever took? I'm not sure what that question means. Like, what's the first listen I ever took to what? Moving on. Next question. Who's the first person you call if something goes wrong? That's hard. Because... Okay. I would call my best friend or my sister. More than likely, I call my sister first. Or God. Most times I call him God. Straight up. Who's the first person you watched on YouTube? I don't even know. I think his name was Josh, or is Josh. He does makeup. Gorgeous. Gorgeous young man. He has a drag personality called Misty Maven. I'm almost done, though. And he just did the best makeup. And I was just in awe of his skill. And he kind of put me on to some other people, too. Now I watch Soundly Awake because of him. They're friends. C. Maddox, rest in peace. Who else? What's that other guy's name? Miles J. Cheska Lee. Kicking Geese. What's her name? I don't know. It's a lot of them. And they're just like a clique, I guess. So one kind of recommends the other all the time. And so I find myself watching all of them. And the last question is, there is makeup underneath my nails. That's nasty. Anyway, what's the first thing you do if you saw your celebrity crush in person? Okay, what's the first thing you'd do if you saw your celebrity crush in person? I don't have a celebrity crush right now. Well, yes, I do. I would probably Michael Jackson faint. I probably would. I'm sure I would. I don't think I'd cry. But I'm sure I'd faint. But the last time I saw my previous celebrity crush, I was just in awe. Like, he was so cute. And it would have been better if he was nicer. I don't know if he was having a bad day, or I don't know, he was like engulfed in some text message or something. He was on his phone like the whole time. It was Raheem Devon. I never mentioned that, but it was Raheem Devon. I met him. He's shorter than I expected, but really attractive. And the fact that he wasn't nice to me, I was like, boy, bye. But that concludes my first time tag. So I tag, not rude, just real. Is it Queen Diva or Pandora? My friend has all these alter egos, and she's changed her name 100 times. I don't know what her name is on here. Skittle6890. That's it. Skittle6890. I tag Lolita or Shalita. I tag Tamara. Oh, my hair. So, y'all, I went to church today, and I know this is random and really neither here nor there. I need to clean that straight out. But I just decided to put this old unit on, and you can see that my hair is black here, and child underneath it's blonde and red and maybe a little bit orange. But I rocked it. Anyway, I don't know why people want to do stuff when I'm trying to make a video. Anywho, I love you so much for watching. If you want to do this tag, you can. I guess I'll post a list of the questions down below. Yeah, I probably won't do that. Okay, I will. I'll do it. And I'll edit them because they're worded funny. No, I'm just gonna I'm gonna post them the way they are. Yeah, so that's all. Au revoir.